See if we can figure this stuff out. Oh. Welcome to my garbage hut. So I wanted to give you guys an update on what happened at the mine. I was out there for a couple days. There was some stuff that happened that was kept like things going wrong. When James lost the ball joint in his truck, there was a rock that got in and was grinding away the rotor that was inside of his truck. So inside the wheel, and so he didn't want to lose his brakes or a wheel or something else to happen. So he went and bought a new rotor, put a new rotor on his truck. And Jeff, oh, good morning, Jeff. How are you? Sorry, these lights are bright and well. So, let's see. So after all this stuff happened, we finally were able to get out to the mine. Well, James is a late riser. He doesn't like to. He's not an early guy like me. I'm up at 4 a.m. 5 o'clock. I'm pretty much done with my coffee. I'm ready to do other stuff. So, he, on the other hand, wakes up at 10 a.m. and, oh yeah, I'm thinking about going out to the mine. And well, Todd's already there at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., ready to go to work. So he can find this hidden room that was there. Well, it didn't turn out not to be a hidden room, just turned out to be a bunch of ore that was loosely stacked. So the thing was that his GPR, ground penetrating radar, was reading a hidden room behind this wall of stacked timbers. So we went in and cut through the stacked timbers. Well, I did it. James stood down there and watched because he's an old guy and he's kind of crippled. So I cut through these bars and removed all these, and then we were able to dig in and excavate out. It was, I don't know, probably 4 feet high of rocks that I took out. Again, James's helper, the guy, he hires a guy to help him do stuff because he's old and crippled. So, and I'm the guy that, I know what I'm doing. So, anyway, long story, we got through all that and mowed it in, and after 4 hours and breathing through a 100% respirator, not 95, not 98, it was a 100. So I could walk into gaseous, noxious fumes and be good. After breathing through that for an hour and a half, I was sweating, and I was huffing rocks. I mean, when you're in there, you're getting stuff out because your job is focused. Get it done right. Get out, let the other guys in there mill around in the dirt and the dust and breathe all that shit. Yeehaw, that's fine. Get on it. Breathe all that uranium. Breathe all that lead. All that. No. Not me. So I went out, and it was getting to be 5 o'clock. Well, I'm out of the desert. I better be driving out of the desert at 5 o'clock. If I'm not driving out of the desert at 5 o'clock, there's something wrong with me. Or I found a really good vein of gem silica. Let me see. Well, that's not it. I got a big boulder that's out in the out in the yard that I came across. It was super yummy. I can't wait to get it cut and slabbed. It's big and about that thick, about that wide, about it kind of varies in thickness, about like that, and it's about that long, and it was broken in half. And I found this rock at the bottom of a tailing pile from my old claim, the French claim. So I went in. I'm going to have to get some video of this on the French claim to show you what it is. So I went down to the bottom of this hill, and there was an ocotillo that was there, and there was this rock that was on the base of the tailing pile, and it was broken in half, and it was skidded askew just a little bit, and it had the exact parameters that I'm looking for, and I'm looking for gem silica out in the desert. It was nothing, but it had a nice orange glow to it, and then it had where it was broken. Luckily, it was broken, but I would have popped it in half because, well, that's something that I'm looking for when I'm there. The nice orange glow from the degrading quartz, the copper mixes in with the quartz and the salts, and then UV rays kind of disintegrate it, so it kind of turns an orangey color from the blue color that it generally goes to. If it's been out there for a couple hundred years or 1,000 years or millennia or whatever, why do you let the cat bring stuff in like that? They should be eating it outside. Crazy. Well, I'm glad to see you, Jeff. It's You're up at well, it looks like it's almost 8 o'clock. You should be up and getting warm and having coffee and preparing to work on your truck. That's a wiring thing. Remember, one thing at a time. Focus from find that wire and what it is and point to point. You'll figure it out. I know you can do it. I got faith in you. Yeah. So I wanted to show you, I guess while I'm here and live, they do not listen. Yeah, cats don't listen. They're not dogs. They don't have auditory sensory like dogs do. So, if I turn the camera a little bit here. All right. So, here's let me get some stuff off my garbage table here. I got swish around the last of my coffee and maybe get the grounds up in there. So, no grounds. Doing pretty good for a percolator, huh? All right. I have to excuse me. I'm in my jammies. Well, I sleep naked, but I'm put this stuff on to. Oh yeah, my long underwear. Oh yeah, I try to wear them for 3 or 4 days before I have to wash them. See? Sometimes when you get out of the. Yesterday I went out to the mine before James. I went out to my claim before James, and I worked out there from. I think it was about 8:30 in the morning is when I got out there. It was still kind of frosty when I checked the weather. It was 7:30 ish, and it was 34, 36 degrees. Well, I got out there. It was frosty there for a few minutes, and then I started, and I found what vein I was working on because it's been a couple days since I had been out there, so I forgot what vein I was working on because there's there's a lot of veins in that mountain. So uh, I found my vein. I worked it out a little bit, and I pulled out some ore, and I put it in my bag, and it was about about a 50% yield out of it. So some of it was good, some of it was bad, some was thick, some was thin, and didn't have any yield, any color within it when I broke them, popped them in half. They didn't have a whole lot of color. They were all just mostly black or silvery. Who knows what's in it? Well, I know what's in it, but it's that doesn't matter. What I'm looking for is blue agate. So that's what I'm chasing. I got about a 50% yield out of about it was probably 60, 70 pound bag. So it was a full backpack full of stuff, and I couldn't get any more in it, but I was dropping stuff as I was falling down the mountain because, well, when you're carrying a 80-pound bag full of ore and you're walking down an embankment about like that, and there's boulders that are all along this embankment, and you don't know which rocks are stable and which ones have a little slippery, have a rat hole underneath them. So you step on a rock thinking it's solid, and it steps down, then your ankle fit. Oh yeah, then you really turn out not being the best way. They could have done it. We could have made 2 trips instead of 1. All right, so here's my sculpture. Now there's still some points in here that I have to fix. That I haven't. I've been looking for parts, and as you can see, my table here is a disaster. That's my hand lotion I got for $1. It's good cocoa butter, but it soaks in real quick. I mean, you can see my hands are, well, maybe you can't see, but they're pretty gnarly. You can see. So that's from just digging in the dirt. I'm sorry with the lighting, and I know it's horrible, right? So this is the sculpture guy I got here. So I'm going to slowly turn it because that background kind of provides for a lot of noise visually as a 2D sense. So I have pretty much what this guy is. I have him defined down to a persona. So as it is now, let me see. He is this right here. This is the base for a commercial stove. So this provides as the base, which I can set this dude in here, right? So he works up from a 1 point up into down here at the base. He's got a nice pair of legs right here, right? So these worked on. This was what I was started out with, was a nice pair of legs, and this here is some sort of a pressure valve, right? That puts, I don't know, it's just something that I found in a bag of garbage, right? So it's a brass fitting, and it screwed on nicely to the copper, being as the copper was kind of twisted and punctured. I could twist it right on and sew my own threads, so to speak. So down here I have, let's see here, I can hold him steady because it gets kind of blurry when I don't got a whole lot of light here. So here we have his guitar, right? And see if I can get this working a little bit better here. All right. Let's see. And I'm still a virgin on all this camera stuff, so you have to bear with me. Okay, so with this guy here, everything is movable, right? So this little guy right here, I'm gonna have to move this closer. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry, I'm like trying to walk around in the jungle here. I'm like a mad scientist. So let's see if we can move this map down. Over here. All right. Ugh. Okay. All right. So all right. Let me see here. So I wish I just had something set up, right? Okay. So here I've got this little dude in the front here. Got, all right. So I've got his guitar here, right? Yeah, this lighting situation is not working here. So I got to get another light. And I don't know where I could find another light. Let me see. All right, well, I got this little battery thing. Let's see what this was. Ah. What? Okay. So anyway, ah, there we go. Screw it. I'm gonna work on it later. So anyway, that's it. He's got his guitar and he's got his little bomb here that he's exploding. And little guy got a whistle up here. Another little dude down here, right? So that's it. I'm out of here. Let's see. All right. I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. You be safe. Bye.